Hi, my name is Kadin Richardson. This is my race recap from round 2 at Fuji Speedway of the Crown Racing Series. Coming into the race, my pace was alright. It's a bit hard to learn Fuji, especially with that Sector 3. It could be a bit complicated. I decided to see how it goes. Going into qualifying, track was a little wet, but it was constantly improving. Fortunately, we weren't able to get in a really good lap because of that constant improvement. Ended up starting the race in P15. The race, it wasn't raining, but the track was still lightly wet, so I decided to take the dry tire gamble. I knew around that lightly wet state is when those dry tires come into place. You're so far back, we just gotta take gambles. Seems like the back half of the field went for that dry tire gamble and the front half went for the wet tires. First few laps of the race, just decided to be up for survival. Ended up working out because most everybody on the dry tires, aside for a few, I think Danny Neo and David Bozga survived on that dry tire near me. Between laps 7 and 10, that dry tire really came into pace compared to those wet tires. We were getting massive, I think it was around 7 to 10 seconds a lap on that compared to those wet tires. Decided stick it out, hope once those dry tires came into place that we kept that 40-second gap to account for in case those wet tire guys decided to switch. We managed to keep those gaps. The wet tire guys never decided to switch. They decided to try to stick it out until the second period of rain in the race that was forecasted happened. Managed to make our passes on the wet tire guys, got up to P3. And then pit cycles happen. I decided to stick it out on dry tires. I think there's a little bit of drizzle around this time period, and I figured the rain takes 10-15 minutes to saturate the track and make the wet tires viable. I believe we had around 7 to 10 minutes left in this race when that occurred. That was the wrong strategy. I should have put on the wet tires because that track got really wet fast. I think it got to a moderate wet state within 1 or 2 laps of my pit cycle. Unfortunately, I did have to enter the pits again. That dropped me down to P11. Just unfortunate result from that. What could have been really good, just made a mistake. Some of the other dry tire guys did call it right with getting hopping back onto the wet tire. Congrats to David for managing to fight back to, I believe, P2. Really good result. Was tracking his performance throughout the race. Solid. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Aqualine Performance for sponsoring me. Hope to see you in the next round at Daytona.